Welcome to Vienna Tysons TV, a program by the Tysons Regional Chamber of Commerce, your link to opportunity.
City Line currently has three rezoning applications in front of the planning, or in front of Fairfax County under the new Tysons Corner plan. Scotts Run Station, which is over here by Tysons East, is approximately 40 acres, and the majority of the development for Scotts Run Station is within a quarter mile. About 85% of it's within a quarter mile of the first station. Arbor Row, over here on West Park Drive, is a 20-acre parcel, and it's mostly between a third and a half a mile of the second Tysons station, Tysons Metro 123. The Scotts Run, this is the master plan for Scotts Run, redevelopment embodies transit-oriented mixed-use design and highlights the Scotts Run Stream Valley Park, which we think is one of the great amenities, and that's the Stream Valley Park that intersects all of Tysons East and actually starts coming from the Beltway running all the way down to the Potomac River. It highlights the Stream Valley Park pedestrian activity as well as proximity to the Metro Rail station. The Scotts Run Stream Valley Park will be a focal point for not only our development, but I think a fair amount of other developers in Tysons East. And it'll provide a unique opportunity for Tysons East to create a world-class urban linear park. Think Rock Creek, same width and same distance of some of those sections. It's going to contain trails, overlooks, seating areas, as well as hopefully a natural amphitheater. Our Scotts Run application consists of 22 buildings and approximately 8.5 million square feet of mixed-use development. There'll be 11 office buildings containing approximately 5 million square feet, 9 residential buildings containing 3.1 million square feet, and a 220,000 square foot hotel that'll be adjacent to the Metro's Kiss and Ride. And most of the buildings are going to have ground floor local service retail throughout our development, and we have approximately 135,000 square feet of the mixed-use retail. Station Street, which I'm going to show you, is right here for folks who are going to be riding off the Metro, is a lively pedestrian-oriented street, again with ground level retail. You can see an image of it on the top left. And it's going to intersect with Andrew Way, which is in a really exciting urban plaza shown here in the bottom left. That will be programmed with activities and events. Station Street and Andrew Way and the associated retail will become the destination for Metro riders arriving at the Tysons East station. This next slide is a rendering of the Tysons East station and highlights several of the Scotts Run station commercial office buildings. So again, here's the Tysons East station as they're arriving, coming from West Falls Church. The commercial buildings along 123, and then residential buildings again overlooking the Scotts Run Stream Valley Park. Our Scotts Run Stream Valley redevelopment contains one final development plan along with the rezoning, which means that we're more than likely going to be pushing this one through. It's got a concurrent FDP and will hopefully go to construction shortly after that. It's for the residential gateway site on Route 123 as one approaches Tysons from McLean. This residential development consists of 2 buildings, approximately 6 and 14 stories, and totals about 475,000 square feet. This slide highlights what will most likely be City Line's first office site. It is directly adjacent to the Kiss and Ride and consists of 2 office buildings, 11 and 17 stories, and those buildings contain about 250,000 square feet and 450,000 feet respectively. And again, you can see 2-story local service retail on the bottom of these. There's also a residential building on this site overlooking the Stream Valley Park to take advantage of that feature. That's about 325,000 square feet. So this is an overall rendering. Again, there's the Tysons East Station, the Gold Metal Road, there's the Cap 1 development. This is an overall rendering of the master plan for the Scotts Run Station redevelopment. City Line's Arbor Row 20-acre redevelopment is along West Park Drive, where we're going to be replacing aging suburban office buildings that have surface parking lots. And in fact, some of you may notice that several of them come down with a mix of land uses with 24/7 opportunities to live, work, and play. In fact, our application will be in front of the Planning Commission for decision only tonight, and will be in front of the Board of Supervisors later this month. So Arbor Row, as I said, mentioned, has 2.6 million square feet of development. 1.1 million square feet of it is office in 4 buildings, 1.2 million square feet of residential in 3 buildings, and 170,000 square foot hotel. Arbor Row will also, again, have ground level retail throughout the project, totaling approximately 60,000 square feet. One thing that's unique about this rezoning is that we have 3 final development plans with it. Blocks, what we're calling blocks A, which is the residential over here to the left, the residential right here, and the office building over here. Those combined will be for 1,100 residential units, the 2 residential projects, and a 200,000 square foot office building. So we have concurrent FDPs along with our approval for this, and we expect construction to begin on all 3 of those buildings in early 2014. 2 other unique features to the Arbor Row rezoning is this area right here. This is a 3-acre urban civic plaza. For those of you who know, we drop about 50 feet from up by Tysons 2 down to West Park Drive. So what we've done is we put the structured garage into the hill to make an urban plaza at grade, not only as an amenity, but for allow for folks who are walking from the second rail station to come into the project and sort of the quickest route for access. And then one other piece that we voluntarily contributed through the proffer is the Hanover site, which is shown here. It's an 8-acre parcel that fronts on Jones Branch Drive. We will be proffering that entire piece to Fairfax County, and we will be doing stream valley improvements, $500,000 of stream valley improvements in this 2-acre park, and we will be also building 2 brand new synthetic turf lit and parked athletic fields, which is one of the requirements of the plan. And those fields will actually be delivered by June 30th, 2015. Okay, this is our Block A. This is one of the ones that we have a final development plan. It's a residential residential project containing about 745,000 square feet, or about 700 units. This is Block B, which is located it's an office building located at the intersection of West Park and West Branch Drive. We do have the flexibility to be between about 13 to 17 stories on this project, and in terms of square foot, the flexibility between 300 to 392,000 square feet. It has ground floor retail and is also adjacent to the Civic Plaza. Block C are 2 sort of twin office buildings with ground floor retail. They're approximately 275,000 square feet each, and both of these buildings will meet the GSA security setback requirements. While they will meet those requirements, we also have left the retail along the front consistent with the urban edge for the other buildings, so you still have a lot of pedestrian-oriented street activity. This is a shot of that urban plaza in more detail. We do have a grand staircase that takes you, this is the Ritz in Tysons 2, down through the 2-acre park and down through the urban plaza. And this urban plaza, again, has outdoor seating areas, wooded areas, playground, as well as sports courts, which will be a great amenity. This is our Block D and E for Arbor Row. Block D is the hotel, again, about 170,000 square feet. Block E is one of the other pieces that we do have a final development plan in, and again, expect construction in early 2014. It's 480 residential units and about just over 520,000 square feet. And Block F is the 200,000 square foot office building with ground floor retail as well. And this again is one of the other sites that has a final development plan, and we anticipate construction beginning for this site in early 2014 as well. And then the last slide is just a rendering of that block from Arbor Row. So this is coming from sort of Tysons Boulevard along West Park Drive, and Jones Branch Drive is coming right down this.
Okay. Hi, good morning. So back in 2007, we entitled about 2.5 million square feet of additional density on the Tysons Corner Center site in 4 phases. We're right now under construction with the first phase of that development, which is about 500,000 square foot office building after last night, about a 429 unit apartment building, 300 room hotel, a new mall entry that's on the 2nd level. All of this connected to Metro through a elevated plaza that's being designed by Sasaki and Rios Clemente Hale, folks that did LA Live and some of the other parks and notable public space in the area. That public plaza is really the glue that holds the whole project together. Here's a view from the northeast along the Beltway. The foreground is the office building, the hotel here. Residential, office building's 20 stories. Residential will be about 30 stories. And the hotel will be 17. All of this office and residential sits on a parking podium that's being coordinated, and we happen to drive on the site right now. You see we've removed about 350,000 cubic yards of material from the site and put about 12,000 cubic yards of concrete in the hole. So despite some rumors to the contrary, we are actually taking some steps and making some forward progress. Here's another view from the southwest. You can see the residential, office, hotel, public plaza. All of this area is actually controlled by Macerich. All the buildings are going to be owned by Macerich and are being executed with development partners. They're being delivered, coordinated, and concurrently. So from an experiential standpoint, we deliver the mixed-use promise at the same time. So when you're attending the office building, you can walk through here, no hitch. You're not going to be next to a construction site for 10 years. In addition, given our ownership of the shopping center, we owe it to the shoppers, the community, and folks who actually use all these streets to cut through and get to places conveniently through Tysons to keep the traffic moving and really mitigate impacts on the community. And you can see that we started the site work in 2011 so that we could get all the underground work done before any of the building construction started. Here's another view from the west. You can see Lord and Taylor. All of these buildings have a street presence and drop-off so that they serve to have their own identity, but also are connected through the plaza and elevated pedestrian walks and program space. Here's a view of the hotel. You can see kind of nighttime shot. All the buildings, again, staff encouraged us, and we heeded that. All these buildings spill out into the plaza to activate it, in addition to controlling the space 24/7 and programming throughout the year through events and things like that. So here's an overhead view of the plaza, the new mall entrance that's been created here. And you can see this is about a 10,000 square foot event space. So you can have concerts, tree lighting, farmers markets, all the kinds of things that people are used to doing, for example, Wrestling Town Center, skating rink, and so forth. Plaza, this has got kind of the farmers market layout, and you can see this space is really designed for kind of more park-like passive space, and then you get into the active areas here, and then sort of play area up adjacent to the mall. For those of you with kids, you know the children's play area at the mall is pretty busy. And here's a nighttime shot, Christmas tree lighting. The idea we had really is to execute best in class and to really bring all of these elements of the project together concurrently, so that you could, as a tenant or occupant of the residence or guest at the hotel or the mall, you get the experience from day one, which is the way we typically open a shopping center. And then 4th of July.
All right.